F1 circus returns to China for the first time since 2019 this weekend as Max Verstappen resumes his march for a fourth world title, a third 1-2 of the season for Red Bull last time out in Japan, cemented the team's dominance ahead of Ferrari and the rest, and it would take a brave individual to not bet for them this weekend. Zhou Guanyu, though, is preparing to take part in his first home Grand Prix. The Chinese driver joined the grid in 2022 and finally gets to experience the home advantage in his third season. He remains pointless after 4 races in 2024 as Sauber has struggled for pace, but an 11th place finish in Bahrain is the best of the campaign. A point for Zhou would be a great result and a wonderful story for the 24-year-old. Alpine's struggles have been well documented since they slumped to an awful result in Bahrain. The French team sits at the very bottom of the championship, and the significance of the fact that there's clearly not lost in the team. Alpine has fast-tracked an upgrade to its floor this weekend, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes on a sprint weekend. Alonso has pledged his future to Aston Martin until at least the end of 2026, seeing him team up again with Honda, and spoken about his confidence in the project, and it will see him remain in F1 until he's 45, which is incredible. The Chinese Grand Prix will play host to the first sprint weekend of the 2024 season, of which there'll be 6 in total. The sprint format has been subjected to yet another revamp ahead of the season. Sprint qualifying will take place on a Friday afternoon after the practice session, and the sprint race itself will take place on Saturday morning before qualifying in its usual Saturday afternoon slot. And yeah, it goes from 8 points for first down to 1 for 8s. So yeah, that's fairly easy to follow. And of course, being in China, it will be an early start for us UK fans. Practice getting underway at 4:30 before sprint qualifying at 8:30, and then you've got the sprint at 4 a.m. Well, that'll be an early one, and qualifying at 8, and the Grand Prix gets underway at 8. And yeah, of course, live on Sky. And yeah, also a whole host of support races. F2, F3 and F1 Academy aren't there this weekend, but there are Chinese F4, Porsche Carrera Cup in Asia. So you know, there's plenty of stuff to keep us interested without the main kind of junior formulas, but obviously a big chance for those drivers to have the spotlight to shine on such a big stage. And yeah, just heading into the event in practice 1, we saw Lance Stroll on top from Oscar Piastri, and then you've got the 2 Rebels and the Hasses behind. Yeah, I think it's obviously a session that you can't read too much. Obviously teams just rushing to get everything possible in, really, to make up for the lack of running they're going to have across the weekend. It's always interesting to see how they save the tyres, because obviously that's different than I mentioned on sprint weekend, and other factors like that, whether they focus on long run or short run. So yeah, interesting, but I think definitely a session we can't read too much into, to be honest. And before I go, my predictions for this weekend, I'm going to say pole and sprint and win will be Verstappen. Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's just impossible to look past him. He's so dominant, and the car seems to be so far ahead of everything else, and yeah, it's really hard to see Perez giving it a go. In fact, I think, yeah, Perez has been picking up second places too consistently. I feel like he's got a bad weekend in him, so I can see Leclerc beating him this weekend, whether that be due to Ferrari being a bit closer, Perez being off the pace, I don't know, but I just fancy a Ferrari to get in front of Perez this weekend. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.